my brother on the land issue, land registration. As for that, I think we need about a year for education on that. Because in recent time, I had a land dispute with a colleague, and then we went to do the investigation, and then this person has a registered document, but his document was 2,000 away feet from my land, and when we calculated 2,000 feet away, it's falling in the sea. So how come he got registration on that land? These are some of the difficulty and the challenges we have when it comes to, because this person has a registered document, but I said it's 2,000 away from my land, and when we went to check, it's in the sea. So somebody registered the sea for somebody for the land. Yeah. So these are some of the difficulty the trading community are facing. I've heard from GIPC, and I've heard from Ministry of Trade. Let me commend Ministry of Trade for what they are doing. The government.gov portal that has been introduced, I've really experienced it. It's a good move. Recently, I paid my duty online in my office. I just sit in my office. They brought me the receipt. I called my bankers. I forwarded the receipt to them. Within 10 to 15 minutes, my duty has been paid. So it's a welcome news for the trading community when it comes to this online portal payment. But the difficulty the trading community is facing when it comes to GIPC and then the Register General, GIPC, where it stands, it looks like it's for only foreign investors. We don't see local participation. We don't know how many local companies and organizations have registered with them, but the perception looks like it's only for foreign, direct foreign investment that need to be registered with the GUTA. But we find it difficult to appreciate their activities when it comes to monitoring and evaluation, because you register. In recent time, we were doing our rounds education, and then this where you've given somebody a certificate that is going to do manufacturing, only for him to be doing trading. And then his manufacturing is supposed to be around Kaswa, but he's trading in Abosokai. So when you give the certificate out, how do you monitor the activities of these foreigners or these registered members? And how do you evaluate their activities whilst the years is going on? So we find this difficult, and we don't also see education aspect of the MDAs. When they come out with policies and programs, how does it trickle down to the users, the end users? There's no education in there. It's also a challenge to business community. In this recent portal that they brought, personally I have to invite somebody from GRA to come and educate me one-on-one, has to do my PAYE. So I think just last week, I invited one of the ladies from their office, but it's not only me, it's the public. How do the public understand and how user-friendly it is for the public to use, even to do their PAYE. So it's good that it has come, but the education aspect, what we see is that most of the MMDAs want to have entrenched. I don't know whether it's because of the fee. There's no harmonization in their activities. When it comes to it, everybody stands on its own, and there are duplications of functions. You look at standard authority, you look at EPA. Standard authority say, I'm supposed to register for this. EPA also say, I'm supposed to. So you see duplications of functions when it comes to registration for businesses and commodity line where you want to do your clearing. So it's really a difficult situation when it comes to businesses. When we sit, cost of doing business in the country is still high when compared to our neighboring countries and the ECOWAS sub-region. Look at the port charges. You have about, now it has been pruned down to about 13 or 14, but still on the higher side. We did a study recently with our neighboring countries, and we realized that we are still on the higher side, and that is a worrying situation. That's why we are losing a lot of business to our neighboring countries when it comes to the activities at the port. Because, for example, you clear like a 40-footer container, and the service charge on it alone for the shipping lines is over 10,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, you've paid all your freight, you've paid the duty, then the freight the part of the freight is supposed to be used for their service charges, but they don't bring any money down. They still come down here and take some charges from the shippers, and they pay us much as about 10,000 Ghana cedis in addition. So just imagine you pay a container freight for about 2,500 or even 5,000, and you come to Ghana, you are paying 10,000 for just service charges between the shipping lines and then Kapuha. So cost of doing business is still on the extremely high. And then I also spoke about the harmonization of other agencies. And when it comes to Registrar General, we're looking for paperless, but we're still going the paper way. You do the search on the portal, you look for a name, it clears you. You go to the office and say the name has been taken by someone. So it's still difficult and it's still a challenge. And then you upload the document, you have to print it and send it to the office again. For them to, and every time you go, it's added on document. Every time you go, it's added on document. There's no single day you go, you go, they tell you that we are trying to harmonize our document, but it's always adding on. So you go online, do all the checks, do all the filling, and you have to print it and send it to their office again. So it's not user-friendly. You still have to have human face. And these are some of the worrying concerns when it comes to the doing business and trading and registration with this Registrar General. If I'm asked to set my own question, it will be serious because we have a lot of challenges. But these are some of the few things we'll be looking at, and then we'll see how best to facilitate trading. Because when you say facilitation of trading, we are looking at time, speed, and how to prune down on cost of doing business. Yeah.